Hi. No, you don't have double vision. I'm James Winston. This is Kung Fu Effect number 2. I got a little bored, so I decided to do this effect to see how it works, because some of my other effects on the other part of this isn't working, so now let me address the issue at hand. I am James Winston. This is Kung Fu Effect number 2, and I want to talk to you. So I was in the shower this morning, and it dawned on me about what the problem is with society. Well, the problem with society is quite simple. Yes, I was looking out my window. Yes, there were things falling from the sky that could be snow, that could just be bugs flying around for all I know, because my eyes aren't like super effectively visual. I can see the hand in front of my face, and I can see just past the computer screen. So, anyway, as I was saying, we in society have some issues that we need to address. All right? Young men and women are not being raised correctly by society. Young men and women have no idea what they're doing in raising their children. And the way to solve most of the problems in society is to try raising our kids with a sense of moral rights. Now, when I say that, I'm simply saying if you don't teach your kids to be a racist, they won't be a racist. If you don't teach your kids to be sexist, they won't be sexist. If you don't teach your kids to be prejudiced, they won't be prejudiced. But as long as we have people in society that are going to condone teaching their children to do the wrong thing at the right time because it seems like it's the right thing for them because you're raising them to be asshats, that's where the problem lies. Young women and young men are not being raised to treat each other properly or respectfully. There are some people in society that believe that you should fall in love and you should marry for love and not marry for money. There are some people who are raising their kids to straight, blunt forwardly be gold diggers, or people who are raising their sons to just fucking be dogs. Now, most of you ladies and gentlemen that fall into these traps generally wind up having babies by people, and they're not wanted babies. They're just here because instead of doing what's right, you specifically chose to do what's wrong. Now, if you're going to do what's wrong, how can you not blame yourself for how you raise your children? You don't raise your kids to hate people because of the color of their skin. Now, if that person that they hate is an asshole, whether they're black or white, and that person is just a fucking jerk or an asshole from kindergarten to the 12th grade, they have built up years of hatred, which is different than you just going to school and saying, you see that nigga right there, you see that honky right there, you see that chink and that gook and that spick. You're raising them to be hatred. And if I just offended anybody who has been called those things, welcome to my world. Because I've been called chief, nigger, chink, spick, gook, half breed, you name it. If it's something racial, I have been called it. Which goes back to what I said about raising your children properly. You raise your children to not hate people, and we might actually have a fighting chance of making it to the year 2186. Now, I won't be here. I'll be dead and gone. I do believe in reincarnation, and if I get reincarnated, I hope I'm reincarnated into a family that has somewhat damn decency. Preferred to be my own great grandkids, that would be awesome. But anyway, you know, when you're raising your children, there's nothing wrong with discipline. Smack on the hand, smack on the butt. When they're in the wrong, they're in the wrong. And you have to teach them that there's consequences for doing the wrong thing. Now, unfortunately, in society today, that shit is a no-no. And then the government and them all want to wonder why you let your kids do this. Okay, here's the reason. If I so much as raise my hand, maybe this hand so y'all can see it, or if I raise my voice at my children, if I had any, it's basically a crime now. So we can't discipline our kids, and that becomes an issue. And then you have the balls to tell us that we're not raising our children right. Well, hell, you guys took the ass whoopings out of schools, you took the ass whoopings out of the homes, and now you want to know why there's so much chaos, panic, and disorder in the streets. Back when I was a kid in the late 70s, early 80s, and 90s, you know, ass whoopings was acceptable. Grounding was acceptable. And now y'all have this thing called timeout. The fuck is a timeout? When I got grounded, I had to do chores. There was no timeout. There was no time to give me time to think about how to do this shit over again and do it right this time. There was none of that shit. But also, my mama didn't raise me to treat chicks like they're sex objects. Granted, I'm a little bit of a pervert. I love watching porn. It's not my fault that I like that shit. I am a straight man. However, I was not raised to be a pervert. It just kind of fell in naturally. But also in my perversions, I don't go around and just start at every woman I see. You know, I got some respect. You know, you don't do that shit. Now I don't know how women are raised. I'm not alternative lifestyle speaking. I'm not gay, and I don't have any knowledge of what a woman thinks when she's walking down the street. If I did, I'd be Professor Xavier, and all women would be manipulated to my sexual beings. Okay, that was a joke, but anyway, you know, if most people, men specifically, had telepathic powers, they probably would manipulate women into having sex with them just for one night rumps, and then wipe it completely out of their memory so that they would not have lied to their husbands or to their wives or whatever lifestyle that they come from, because you can't see me. But anyway, when you think about how we raise our children, it's where society is going. We're raising them with no consequences. We're raising them to hate each other. And now with Donald Trump as presidency, people have become like outwardly, blatantly, bluntly fucking racist. And they say racial shit all the time because Donald Trump makes it sound like it's okay to do that. It's not okay to do that. It's not. Because I'm going to tell you, had I been born 20 years ago instead of 43 years ago, I would probably be one of these ruffians. But as a person of who I am now, I'm going to let you know real quick. I don't want to sound like I'm an asshole, but I am. I'm honest. I own that shit. I am an asshole. But I'm a righteous asshole. And I'm going to tell you right now, and this goes to any race, wherever you are and whoever you are. If you're coming up to me and you're going to start some racial shit, if you're going to straight up like, hey, half-breed, I'm going to punch you in the face. I'm sorry, but I am. I'm going to punch you square dead in the face. Providing that there's no witnesses around. Because I know my luck. If I punch you in the face, I'll be the one that gets arrested, regardless of if you're white or Asian or black. I will be the one that gets arrested because everyone knows who knows me, knows that I know Kung Fu. And this army shirt, I was in the army. So yeah, I'm going to be the one that gets arrested for assault. While, you know, this guy could come out his mouth or this chick could come out her mouth and say whatever the hell she wants. And me not being a thinking person, reflex, boop, you know, shit happens. It's happened to me before. I've told you guys this story. Way back in the third or fourth grade, when this white broad called me a nigger, and before I knew what happened, I bust her lip. Did I mean to do it? Nope. Reflex. So, you know, we have to raise our children properly. I will make a second part to this video. I'm James Webster. Just come for number 2, B, C, and Q.